Tesla stock is getting pummeled, down over 3% at the time of recording this video. A JP Morgan analyst said today the rollout of Tesla's robotaxi is likely, quote, some years away due to the fact that the company expects to augment a limited private vehicle supply with a dedicated robotaxi vehicle that will likely be based on Tesla's delayed next generation platform. Okay, if you guys are as confused as I am, you're correct, because this guy's dead wrong. Like, how do you work at JP Morgan and you are this wrong? Tesla's next generation vehicle platform is not delayed. In fact, Tesla sped up the launch of the next generation platform vehicle. I mean, I think I literally lost brain cells reading this. Like, I hate to be mean, but this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen come out of JP Morgan, literally ever. And I hope someone told this guy that the next gen platform vehicles actually got re-accelerated into the end of this year, beginning of 2025, instead of about mid-2025. And that was just on the last earnings. And ultimately, this makes me even more bullish on Tesla, because if Wall Street is this far behind, if they don't even have a clue what's going on, then I think we're in for some upside surprises this year. Next up, and this is having a big impact on Tesla's stock today, Elon Musk warns that he will ban Apple devices if OpenAI integration pushes through. This comes after Apple announced an integration with OpenAI into their operating systems yesterday. Elon said on X, quote, "This is an unacceptable security violation," Musk wrote, "and visitors will have to check their Apple devices at the door while they will be stored in a Faraday cage." Which, again, I'm surprised this is having a negative impact on Tesla stock today, because it changes nothing in the valuation of Tesla. Like, it just doesn't do anything. But Wall Street might be saying Tesla trying to challenge Apple is probably not good for business. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is really bad for Tesla. 3.5% down day, kind of bad. Next up, Tesla loses an effort to dismiss a California DMV allegations over self-driving claims. Tesla has lost its effort to convince a judge to dismiss false marketing allegations against it by a California regulator, multiple media outlets reported late Monday. The California Department of Motor Vehicles has accused Tesla of overstating its vehicle's self-driving capabilities since 2022. In the grand scope of things, Tesla probably knew this was coming a while ago, and I would argue that's why Tesla changed full self-driving to full self-driving supervised. There could also be some kind of fine or something, but I highly doubt this will limit Tesla's FSD functionality in California. And it is hitting the headlines yet again today that the California Pension Fund opposes Tesla's CEO Elon Musk's revised pay package, citing excessive compensation, CNBC reported late Monday. So it's hitting all the news wires again, causing the algos to sell Tesla stock again, when in all reality at this point, this is old news. And it still appears as if Tesla is going to get all of the votes they need to pass Elon's 2018 compensation package. And it also is not doing Tesla any favors, because generally it's a pretty risk-off day today in our markets. The Russell 2000 is down 0.82%, the Nasdaq slightly in the green, mostly being carried by Apple, up over 5% today. That is having an outsized effect on pushing the Nasdaq higher. The S&P 500 is down 1/3%, and even the Dow, which is seen as one of your more safety indexes, is down 0.71%. But most notable, you can see the VIX is up another 3.14% today. At the same time you are seeing this rise in the VIX and selling in stocks, 10-year treasury yields are down about 1 basis point. So you're actually seeing investors buying bonds. When investors buy bonds and stocks are down, that means investors are most likely selling stocks and buying bonds. That is a complete flight to safety. And I understand it. Tomorrow is going to be a huge day for markets for months, many months. Tomorrow will be the most important day for, I don't know, maybe the rest of this year, because it really could show how willing the Fed is to cut rates, if the Fed is going to cause a recession, if the Fed's expecting a recession or not. We're going to get a lot of new information. As well as the Fed, we obviously get our CPI report coming out tomorrow morning as well. Now, in other news that is definitely not doing Tesla any favors today, GM trims their 2024 EV forecast amid slower than expected demand. GM's chief financial officer, Paul Jacobson, said the company now expects production of 200,000 to 250,000 EVs this year, down from a previously announced range of 200,000 to 300,000. The company has continued to say it will produce to demand, which is growing, but slower than many had expected. And to offset this bad EV news from GM announced a $6 billion stock repurchase program this morning. In other Tesla stock news today, Haig Partners, a company that advises and guides dealership owners, says Tesla should, quote, partner with dealers to take Tesla into ludicrous mode. By partnering with dealers, Tesla can achieve higher profits. Which, you know, I know a lot of Tesla investors, they don't like this idea because that's not Tesla's strategy and has never been Tesla's strategy. But I have to admit, okay, if you live where I live, like in Michigan, where you don't see many Teslas are not really known about. Like if you go ask people out on, you know, the road, right, side of the road, or Walmart or something, you ask them, you know, what's a Tesla vehicle? Like, can you name a Tesla vehicle? 90% of them are not going to be able to. Okay, that's because there's no dealerships. It's not in your face all the time. So I think this could make sense in specific areas, right? Where penetration for Tesla is low, like Michigan. And I can really only speak for Michigan here, where I live. But I actually think that would be a good idea where I live, to get more Teslas out there, to, you know, when people go to a dealership, they're like, what's that? Can you tell me about that vehicle? And it's obviously a Tesla, right? I think that would have a positive impact to Tesla's business. But launching, you know, putting Teslas in dealerships in California or New Jersey or Texas or Florida might not make sense. But again, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. JP Morgan said they spoke to Travis Axelrod, Tesla's new head of investor relations. JP shared this in their Tesla note today. The head of IR said there is some misunderstanding regarding Mr. Musk's desire to control 25% of Tesla's voting shares, suggesting this desire is motivated primarily by the wish to protect humanity from the potentially negative implications of imprudent or improper use of AI technology. Travis said Mr. Musk is focused on having a strong enough voice at the company via control of a significant number of voting shares such that he could ensure a proper governance structure around the use of AI, given the not unreasonable assumption that AI could surpass human-level intelligence in the next several years. A Tesla Megapack system with an output of 10.8 megawatts and 43 megawatt hours storage capacity has gone into operation in Sendai, Japan. It will participate in helping balance the frequency of the electricity grid. Tesla is now sending out RSVP confirmations for their shareholder meeting this Thursday. And if you did not already know, Tesla's shareholder meeting will take place Thursday, 3 p.m. Central Time. So that is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is going to be noon, well, West Coast time, or 1 p.m. West Coast time. And this is really good news that nobody seemed to talk about today. Tesla has started hiring again in nearly every category: manufacturing, legal, operations, sales, service, software, and more. Areas include Sparks, Nevada, Lathrop, California, Robstown, Texas, Austin, Texas, Sparks, Nevada, I said that, and Buffalo, New York. And you can't forget Fremont, California as well. UAW President Shawn Fain is under investigation by the court-appointed watchdog tasked with eliminating corruption, according to a federal court filing. And have you ever wondered who would win, a picket fence or a Cybertruck? I think we know the answer. Let's run the clip. And yeah, I think it's definitely the Cybertruck. Tesla wrote on their main Tesla official X account that there's only 2 days left to protect and help grow the value of your investment in Tesla by voting for ratification of the 2018 CEO Performance Award and for redomesticating Tesla in Texas. I do think, unfortunately, a lot of retail investors, if you don't watch my videos, you may not understand how important Elon's comp package really is for Tesla stock. You may think, like, screw this guy, my stock's down, right? You're down on your position. And maybe you don't want to vote for Elon's comp package, when in all reality, if you watch this channel, you would know if you vote no on Elon's comp package, you're essentially saying you want your Tesla stock to fall dramatically in value, which it's unfortunate. And it's truly sad because, I mean, big money, they're going to hedge out their positions, right? They're going to be fully protected. And that could cause even more selling in Tesla and even lower prices. And that's part of, obviously, what you're seeing today and what you've seen over the past couple of weeks. But retail, they're not going to be hedged nearly as good, not even close to as good as big money, and would stand to take most of the hit. So for the sake of other Tesla investors that need to hear this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and consider just outright sharing this video, or at least this segment, with someone you think needs to hear it. Sentiment over on StockTwits today for Tesla is extremely bearish at 24. Yesterday, it was neutral at 49. Message volume today is high at 63. Yesterday, it was low at 43. And the participation ratio today is high at 56. As you can see here, Google Trends data is picking up again for the entire Tesla lineup. And this is, in my opinion, the best thing that we can look at to gauge what Tesla demand looks like, because we don't have the order flows. We don't get a lot of data out of the US or Canada. We get more data out of China, more data out of Europe. But the US and China are very important markets for Tesla, and we don't get the US side of the data until the actual numbers come out. So this is the best way that you can kind of judge what US numbers might look like. And you have the Cybertruck recently that has went from 73 to 76. The Model Y is still staying at about 30, which again is higher than any other point that we have been at in the past 12 months. That's not to mention when the Model Y hit 46, that was extreme levels of search trend activity. But seriously, you have not been at 30 for Model Y search trend activity in the past year, dating back to at least here mid-June of 2023. In that time frame, we have seen Tesla have record quarters. So Q2 could set up to be very strong. Now, Tesla has recently offered a lower interest rate on the Model 3 that is specifically boosting Model 3 search trend activity from 23 to 26 today, and further validating that buying down the interest rate on Tesla's part is probably a much better strategy than outright cutting prices. Again, as I have explained before, about 80% of new vehicles are financed, presumably about that same ratio for Tesla. If you lower the price of the vehicle, it doesn't do much for the monthly payment. So the 80% chunk of car buyers that finance their purchase, they don't really benefit from cutting prices. Only the 20% that buy Teslas outright in cash do. And Google Trends data for full self-driving is also ticking upwards from 21 to 22 overall, looking pretty strong. Here today, you are seeing lots of call activity in Tesla stock. Now, take a look at this. On the call side for this Friday, 87.2% of the open interest is calls, 12.8% is puts. Volume today is 61.24% calls and 38.76% puts. Things do flip a little bit for June 21st. Now, as I have reported many times, for June 21st specifically, there's a lot of big hedges, big put trades put on by institutions right now. Okay. And from that perspective, it looks like there's a lot of retail that is pretty bullish on Tesla and institutions that are, I guess, fearful, kind of neutral overall. Because for June 21st, you do have open interest of 66.52% for the call side and 33.48% for the put side. And it looks like so far for your trading day, you do have 170,000 net shares that are being sold short. Short interest of free float still at multi-year highs of 3.78%. $18.2 billion currently sold short in Tesla. And that equates to about 105 million shares. And as I have said before over the past couple of days, it really comes down to what happens with Elon's comp package. If Elon's comp package gets approved, as I think there's about a 75% chance that it does, Tesla stock could go up 15 to 20% coming after hours Thursday and coming on Friday. You could have a very bullish Friday that really shocks most of the world, let's be honest, because nobody's expecting that. Not even the options market is expecting that, but you could see such a large move for obvious reasons that I don't want to go over too much here in this video. Elon likely stays at Tesla. That whole, debacle is over with Elon's comp package. I mean, before the comp package was thrown out by the judge, right, in Delaware, Tesla stock was a $265 company. I can make an argument Tesla is a much better, much more understood company by investors today than it was late January when the judge shot down that comp package, right? There's so many different things I could say that, are positive, right? That have been positive for Tesla since Elon's comp package was shot down. So it's only right to believe that is the biggest, by far the biggest reason why Tesla is a $168 stock today and not a $300 stock. After all, if markets are assigning a chance that Elon could leave Tesla, well, that makes sense that Tesla wouldn't be at $300 plus per share. And obviously, the Fed will also be important coming tomorrow, but for Tesla specifically, it really comes down to Friday. Well, Thursday with the shareholder meeting, but Friday will be the first day you will be able to trade whatever happens, whether the stock goes up or down. And here in the next video, we will be going over what to expect coming tomorrow with the Fed and how that could affect our markets and Tesla. So stay tuned to the channel for that one. Hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel in the meantime. If you guys want to come trade with us live in real time, check out that link down below in the description of this video. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.